Like many families, coronavirus has had a huge impact on our family life. As a social worker working within fostering adoption, I'm currently working from home. All non-essential visits are cancelled and the majority of work is being completed by phone, email and Skype. A very difficult task, supporting carers looking after vulnerable children and young people without that face-to-face contact when you pick up so much more than what is actually being said. While, as a team, we keep in regular contact, working at home can be rather isolating. No colleagues to bounce ideas off and no chit-chat about what you're doing at the weekend. However, I do have the company of James, my husband, and 2 daughters. One who has been working between home and the school hubs, and my younger daughter who has been studying for final exams at university. Very stressful. Not being able to see our extended family and friends has been very difficult. My son celebrated a birthday last weekend, and while we were able to catch up at a distance, not being able to give him a hug was extremely difficult. However, weekly family Zoom quizzes have kept us in touch, ones we all mastered, including my 83-year-old father-in-law, how to operate the video, mic, and still have time for the quiz within the allocated 40 minutes. There are some positives. I'm certainly enjoying the slower pace of life, and jobs are getting completed around the house. Our toilet roll holder is now firmly attached to the wall. That's only taken 2 years. I worry about people living on their own, feeling isolated, struggling with mental health issues. I worry about vulnerable children not having immediate access to trusted adults. I worry about the impact on the economy. Young people, including my own daughter, about to embark on their career. Will they get the jobs they have worked and studied so hard to achieve? Yes, they will, but it might just take a little bit longer. Despite these worries and anxieties, I equally feel very fortunate and privileged. Lockdown has given us the opportunity to play board games, Scrabble and Cluedo, badminton in the garden, and watch films together. Perhaps James and I have enjoyed that more than the girls. We've enjoyed long walks as part of our daily exercise, right on our doorstep. What a beautiful area we live in. DL Estate, the River Clyde and the River Avon. I also feel very privileged to be part of our church community and family. As many of you may know, my mum experienced a fall in the first few weeks of lockdown. This resulted in 11 days in hospital and extensive surgery. I have never felt God's presence more than in those dark days when we were unable to visit, and keeping in touch with her was difficult due to her difficulties in using a mobile phone. The NHS staff were fantastic, both in the care provided to my mum, but also by the patience shown to us during our many phone calls, even although I tried to keep them to a minimum. The kind messages, text, phone calls and praying kept me going through that very difficult time. I am delighted to say that their prayers were answered and my mum is now making very good progress. During these past 9 weeks, the daily message and reflection from Anne should not be underestimated. I find myself looking forward to these messages, and I take a quiet time either before starting work or at the end of the day to consider the daily message. Equally, being part of the ever-expanding prayer chain allows the opportunity to focus on prayer. I look forward to the weekly recorded services and find that they provide a great sense of peace, love and support within our church family. How lucky are we? While I miss coming together as a church family on a Sunday morning, and I miss the opportunity to raise the roof with our singing, I do not necessarily feel disengaged from our church family. I think we are very fortunate to have such a caring church community, and God is giving us and me direction to make the best of a very difficult situation.